the 13th meeting of the Mayor and City Council of Laurel. This is Monday, May the 9th, meeting in regular time. I want everybody to know if you wish to be heard, there's a speakers list at the back of the room, and I reserve the right to limit the amount of time for the subjects to be discussed to 2 minutes. With that, I'll ask for Reverend Litchfield to come forward and do the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance, led by the Mayor Mo. Good evening, Reverend.
Almighty God, we gather this evening have the business of this city. We all have prayer for them there, members of the city council and all in authority. Render them a sense of justice, strength, and wisdom. City is safe. I thought of it a reflection. How about those in the morning? And the morning's roar like we.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Miss Nicholas? Here. Mr. Les?
Here.
Miss Crary?
Here.
President Ricks?
Here.
Mayor Mel?
I'll ask for the approval of the minutes of the 12th meeting of Mayor and City Council of Laurel. That's April 25th. Can I have a motion, please, for amendments?
Move to approve.
May I have a second? Second. Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Miss Crary?
Yes.
Mr. Les?
Yes.
Miss Nicholas?
Yes.
President Ricks?
Yes. This time I'll call for the report of the Mayor and City Council, and I'll start with Ms. Crary.
Thank you, Mr. President. On April 30th, along with Luann Crook, I attended the Maryland Municipal Board meeting in Annapolis. And as we came back into town, I attended the Lake Fest, which was still well attended, even a couple hours into it, even though the weather looked a little overcast. It was a good event. Congratulations, Joanne, and all that participated. The next day, we attended the tabernacle service with Dr. Mannion. We missed the bishop this year. And right after that, we attended the Laurel Museum's 20th anniversary. That was a good event, too. I'd like to congratulate, and sorry I missed the May 5th Employee Awards ceremony. And per usual, all the award recipients I congratulate, and they are well-deserving. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr. Les.
Thank you, Mr. President. Wednesday, May 4th, we had breakfast with Lieutenant Governor. Appreciate the invitation from the mayor. Lieutenant Governor Ruth Rutherford's comments were timely and offered in the spirit of we are all Marylanders. Saturday, May 7th, of course, we had the Main Street Festival. As my grandson Aiden put it, it was awesome. Congratulations to the Board of Trade on a great event, and a special thank you to the men and women of the Laurel Police Department for keeping good order, and the men and women of our DPW for the great cleanup at the end of the event. I hope all moms had a happy Mother's Day. Congratulations to all of our high school and college graduates. Enjoy your summer. Finally, keep a close eye out for children at play in and around the city now that the days are longer. That concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you. Ms. Nicholas.
Thank you. I attended the public safety breakfast on Tuesday, the May 5th. And I'd also like to just thank all of the departments that participated in getting everything together for the Main Street Festival, the police, the Board of Trade, and all of our dedicated volunteers. Thank you.
Thank you. From my perspective, beside the events that have already been mentioned, I want to also recognize all the city employees that received awards. Someone mentioned to me one time, how many times can you thank the employees? That's their job. It's not that for me. What it is, and I'm sure my colleagues will agree as well as the mayor, that you all do such a fine job every day, above and beyond the call of duty, your jobs and that sort of thing. So it's especially grateful from this particular perspective that the things that you do that really make us look good. And I don't think we can say thank you enough, because that's how I feel. And like I said, I think that's how my colleagues feel. Also like to thank the Board of Trade for Main Street. I thought it was a fantastic day. It was well represented. There was little or no trouble at all that I saw. And I'm just very proud of the fact that we all came together again and shared in a beautiful day. And likewise, wishing everybody a happy Mother's Day. I tried to reach as many of them as I could find, but nevertheless, I'm sure by telling them that you all as well, happy Mother's Day. Mayor Mo.
Thank you, Mr. President. A couple things. The Lake Fest 2016 over at Granville Goody Park. I want to thank our Department of Park and Recreation, Joanne, and your staff for a great job. A little bit overcast, but it was a very, very good turnout and a great family day. As you heard from Ms. Crary, I did have the opportunity to attend International Day at the Tabernacle Church, and as you heard her say, this was one that we missed Bishop Gurley, who passed away several months ago, but just a great opportunity to see many friends and at the church there, so we appreciate the invitation. As well as the 20th anniversary of the celebration at the Laurel Museum, which was held on May the 1st. Again, just another opportunity for the many volunteers that really make Laurel Museum happen. The 37th annual Main Street Festival. Again, I want to acknowledge the members of the Board of Trade, the many city forces that were there, our police, our public works, our code enforcement, all of our forces that were there. I want to thank you, and the many volunteers that really do help make Main Street Festival a great event. A little bit overcast, but I think the sun came out, and it just turned out to be a great day. We did have one or two minor incidents, and I think our police department took care of that very quickly. And for those that follow along, Public Works in particular got the street opened up on the upper end and cleaned up very quickly. So again, to all of our city forces, thank you for the hard work that you do. On May the 14th, First Generation College Bound will hold their 12th annual 5K run and 2-mile walk at the Laurel High School at 9 a.m. All the proceeds go to a great cause, goes to the First Generation College Bound. Joe Fisher and his group really do an outstanding job with the kids. So if you have some time, you want to donate a little money, and more importantly, run or walk like I do, encourage you to participate on the 14th. The City of Laurel will have their yard sale here at the Municipal Center parking lot from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. And on May the 21st, Kids Do Park Day will be held at Goody Park from 12 noon until 4 p.m. Do have a couple proclamations, and before I step down there, you want to jump out of order and do the committees? Mr. President, do have a reappointment of Edward Barney Walsh to the Pension Board, which would serve now until 5/9 of 18. Ms. Vickie Rambow to the Transportation Public Safety Committee, 5/9/16 to 5/9/20, and Mr. Richard Kluckhuhn from the Transportation and Public Safety Committee, 5/9/16 to 5/9/20, and Mr. Kluckhuhn is here in the audience, so I'd ask for your approval.
Thank you, Mayor. The mayor has announced his reappointments to the committees. What's the pleasure of the council?
Mr. President, I move for approval of the reappointments.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Mr. Les?
Yes.
Ms. Crary?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas? Yes. President Ricks?
Yes. And Mr. Kluckhuhn's in the in the audience. And thank you very much for coming up today, and thank you again to agree to serve. Appreciate it. And your fine son, too.
The last thing before I step down to do the proclamation, we are moving forward with the Golden Shovel Award Program. Again, it's the Golden Shovel Award Program, allows residents to show their pride where they live. Nominations, if you want to nominate someone or an area of the city, nominations can be made by contacting the mayor's office either by phone, email, or by letter. The selection dates for the month of May will be the third week in May. It's a citywide program for residential properties. So we are getting that up and moving again. And if anybody has any nominations, please contact my office. So,
Thank you, Mayor.
I do have three proclamations. 2016-1, whereas May 21st, 2016 is the fourth Kids to Parks Day organized and launched by National Park Trust. And whereas National Kids to Park Day empowers kids and encourages families to get outdoors and visit America's parks. Whereas it is important to introduce new generations to our nation's parks because of the decline in the park attendance over the last decade. And whereas we should encourage children to learn and be more active and to hold more active lifestyles to combat issues of childhood obesity, diabetes, and hypertension. And whereas National Kids Park Day is open to all children and adults across the country and encourage a large and diverse group of participants. Now, therefore, I, Craig A. Moe, the Mayor, City of Laurel, do hereby proclaim Saturday, May the 21st, 2016 as Kids Park Day. Joanne, you want to come and accept this? Joanne Barr, the Director of Park and Rec, will accept. You want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor, for all your and the council's support. This is a wonderful event. It's always great to get people to come out and visit our parks. This particular program is at Goody Park, but we really do invite everyone to come out and take part in all the activities that we have in all the parks around the city. And it's a great way to incorporate fitness as well as enjoying just the outdoors. So thank you very much.
The second proclamation is 16-10, whereas Public Works provides for the maintenance and construction of city facilities and protects the health and safety of the community, and whereas Public Works maintains 58.6 miles of streets and their accompanying sidewalks, curb and gutter, and trees throughout the city with an ongoing program of inspection and repair, and whereas the activities and responsibilities of the Department of Public Works includes administration, street maintenance, refuge collection, disposal, recycling, traffic safety, tree management, snow removal, and automobile maintenance. And now, therefore, I, Craig A. Moe, the Mayor of the City of Laurel, do hereby proclaim May 15th through the 21st, 2016 as National Public Works Week. Rob, you want to come up? Rob Fareed, the Director of Public Works. No removal or something.
Thank you, Mayor. As you probably well know, our department is probably seen out there as much as anybody else. I think we visit every house in Laurel at least twice a week, collecting whether it's recycling or refuse, and keeping up with all the street projects, and the winter weather is number one goal here.
President, the last is Proclamation 2016-11, whereas in 1962, President John F. Kennedy designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day and the week in which the date falls as Police Week. And whereas our law enforcement personnel are dedicated to the communities they serve, working tirelessly to transform neighborhoods despite facing daily threats, public safety officers embrace innovative approaches to improving and upholding the rule of law. And whereas the officers put their lives on the line
to protect us, sometimes making the ultimate sacrifice. One death is too many, and every death is unfathomable loss to the officer's family, colleagues, and community. The service of all who have worn the badge will never be forgotten, and therefore, I, Craig M. O., the Mayor of the City of Laurel, do hereby proclaim May the 15th through May the 21st, 2016 as National Police Week. Chief, you want to come up and accept?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and on behalf of Chief McLaughlin, who's unable to be with us this evening, I want to accept this proclamation with a lot of gratitude. Thank you.
Okay. Let's move on to the general public hearing. It's 7:16, and Mr. Thomas Matthews at 15016 Laurel Land Place is signed up to speak.
My name is Thomas Matthews, 15016 Laurel Land Place, Laurel, Maryland. And as I always say when I come here, I've been a resident of law all my life, which is 55 years. I have two questions I guess I would like an answer maybe from the president or from the mayor. I attended the city council meeting on Monday, April the 25th, and the president of the council asked when was the next work session. The work session was in fact said by Ms. Laurel that it would be on May the 4th. There was a group here who was having some parking issues at the on 4th Street. President Ricks, in fact, informed them that they could attend the meeting, but they could not speak at the meeting. I guess the question I wanted to have for some clarifications is, I've attended a lot of work sessions, and I was always told that the public cannot speak at a work session meeting. Now, I noticed that this work session on May 4th, President Ricks allowed a group to speak. So I guess my question is do we pick and choose who can speak at a work session meeting, or is it practice that no one from the public speaks at a work session meeting? My second question is, also on that work session meeting, which was on May 4th, you had some department heads speak about their budget and their proposed budget for FY 2017. You had Department of Communication, which is R.G. Bonds, and you had David Cope speak about possibly a full-time position. I think R.G. spoke about a full-time technical director and possibly assistant director. David Cote, who spoke from the Office of Fire Marshal and Permit, said in his budget, because it's a new committee, a new group, that they were looking to have administrative assistants. So my question is, will those jobs be posted on possibly a PG website? Will they be posted on the law website? And will they actually be posted in the city of Law?
All of our jobs are posted online. They're also put, where's Mike here? You put them anywhere else, depending on where they're at.
Depends on the position.
Yeah. So they're always open to everybody. Thank you.
It's the president's prerogative as to whether anyone speaks or not. Is there anyone else wishing to speak? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing at 7:19. Item number 9, public hearing with the intention to raise the tax rate above the constant yield tax rate. Ms. Saylor, you're speaking on this topic for us?
Yes, sir. The state statute requires, once they provide the city with the accessible base certification, that if we are to maintain the current tax rate, which we are, It's been the same 71 cents per $100 of assessed value since FY 2009. But because of the increase in the assessable base, it will generate additional tax revenue. And based on that, which allows for no market adjustment for any sort of consumer price index increase, we are required to advertise in a very specific format as required by the state of Maryland, and to send them an actual complete page of the advertisement. We provided that advertisement in the April 28th edition of the Prince George's Sentinel, and the page was sent to the state of Maryland today. And that's all I have.
Okay. Any questions from the council? I'll take a motion.
There's no action required.
I don't need the motion. She just is required. Oh, she's just required. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Ms. Hale. I appreciate it.
Mr. President, you actually do have to open the public hearing and then
Public
close
hearing
it.
has to, okay, I'll open the public hearing at 7:21. Is there anyone wishing to speak on the tax yield? Seeing no one, I'll close at 7:21 and a half. So the public hearing has been held. Item number 10, consideration of the bid and recommendation of the Laurel Armory Renovations. Ms. Barr?
Good evening. This project is Phase 2 of the Armory, Anderson, and Murphy Community Center renovations. The request for proposal was advertised on eMaryland Marketplace, in the Prince George's Sentinel newspaper, and on the city website. The project received approval from the Maryland Historic Trust and is outlined in the bid. The work is to include demolition of the existing exterior concrete entrance ramp to the lower level and installation of a handicap accessible walkway and new brick retaining wall. Interior work will include HVAC, plumbing, electrical, bathroom remodeling and renovation, and remodeling of several rooms to include flooring, walls, and ceilings throughout the lower and middle level of the facility. Funding for the project is available as part of the Capital Improvement Program and is eligible for reimbursement from the state of Maryland bond bills. Sealed proposals were accepted until 11 a.m. on April 29th. The lowest proposal came in at $378,000, and the highest was for $617,127. The proposals were thoroughly reviewed and were all found to include and meet the necessary requirements, so it's therefore recommended that the mayor and city council approve the bid submitted by Encon Desbuild, JV LCC of Silver Spring, Maryland, for $378,000.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions from the council? We had this at our work session. Now I'll take a motion.
Mr. President, move for approval of $378,000 bid from Encon Desbuild JV LLC for the Armory Anderson and Murphy Community Center.
We have a second.
Second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Mr. Les?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas?
Yes.
Ms. Crary? Yes. President Ricks?
Yes. Item number 11, this is introduction and first public hearing on ordinance number 1871. An ordinance adopting the operating budget of the mayor and city council of Laurel, Maryland for the fiscal year July 1st of 2016 through June the 30th of 2017, and to levy property taxes and to authorize the collection of such taxes, and approving the capital improvements program for fiscal year 2017 through 2022. Ms. Saylor?
Mr. President, we began our work sessions on Wednesday, May 4th, to discuss the budget. This ordinance includes the tax rate, real estate tax rate of 71 cents per $100 of assessed value, the special taxing district rate of 3 cents per $100 of assessed value in the commercial zones, $1.69 per $100 for corporate personal property tax. The total budget is $30,111,413. The capital improvement program budget is $6,030,585, with a breakdown of operating transfers of $156,521, PEG funds of $160,000, speed camera funds of $564,780, and a financing package of the remaining projects of $5,149,284. It also includes the reauthorization of existing funds of $4,569,031. And we'll have our next work session on Wednesday, May 11th.
Right, so I'll open the public hearing at 7:25. Is there anyone wishing to speak on the proposed budget or the CIP? Seeing no one, I'll close the public hearing at 7:25 and a half. Thank you, Ms. Saylor. We'll move on to item number 12, which is introduction and first public hearing on ordinance number 1872. An ordinance to amend certain project budgets within the FY 2015 through the FY 2020 Capital Improvements Program. I've read this into the record for the first time, and I'll open a public hearing at 7:26. Is there anyone wishing to speak on this? Seeing no one, I'll close the public hearing at 7:26 and a half. This again will be heard on May the 23rd, and we will be having another work session on the budget and the CIP on Wednesday, May the 11th at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. Item number 13, introduction and first public hearing on resolution number 6-16, a resolution of the mayor and city council of Laurel, Maryland, supporting Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development Neighborhood Business Works Program financing to AMSA and incorporated care of Miriam Thacker. This is the first public reading, and Mr. Brock, I'll ask you to give us a reading.
Yes, Mr. President. Miriam Thacker, owner of the Main Street Pharmacy, has applied for financial assistance from the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development under the Neighborhood Business Works Program. It is a requirement of the department that when a applicant applies for financial assistance, that it be supported by the local governing body. Attached Resolution 616 is the resolution supporting the finance assistance from the department, and this in no ways obligates the city to any type of liability.
Thank you. So I've read this into the record, and it's 7:27. I'll open the public hearing at 7:27. Is there anyone wishing to speak on the topic? Seeing no one, I'll close it at 7:27 and a half. This again will be up for final vote possibilities on May the 23rd at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. Is there anything else to come before the council? Seeing none, we are adjourned.